All right, we have a tornado warning, which is now in effect. This is in southeastern Gordon County, and we've been watching this cell. I've been telling you about the rotation for about the last 15 or 20 minutes, and now that rotation considerable enough that the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for this. This goes until 6 o'clock this evening, so it is not in effect for too long, for about 20 more minutes. But if you live or know anybody in the southeastern part of Gordon County, so this is around Cache, Farmville, Yarbrough's Mill, Ranger area, that's where it's heading. So Route 411, Ranger area, Fairmount area. Tell those people, or if you're living in that area, definitely get into your safe spot in your home, because this cell that's moving through right now has shown some rotation, and it is tight enough and impressive enough that there may be a tornado with this cell as it moves through the southeastern part of Gordon County. So this is heading right into Ranger, and then eventually into Pickens County, Sweden, McDaniel, Ludville area. Go with a slightly wider view, but also show you the pinpoint velocity on here. And this little couplet that I've been watching moving through the southern part of Gordon County, National Weather Service now feels that it is impressive enough, although it doesn't look too much different than it did about 15 minutes ago, to issue this tornado warning. So in any event, this storm has the potential to produce some strong winds, and there is a possibility that it is capable, it's certainly capable of producing a tornado, a spin-up tornado, possible when you have a warm front coming through like we do right now. So this is near Sonoraville at this point. I'm going to get in even tighter here so we can see some of the street level mapping in the southern part of Gordon County. This is crossing Covington Bridge Road in the next couple of minutes, Shirley Road southeast, and then it looks like Possum Hollow Road heading farther off to the east. Eventually it'll get to Route 411, Ore Mill Road southeast in the southern part of Gordon County, Pittman Road northeast, and then a little bit farther to the east we will cross into Pickens County with this cell. So there's the rotation right there, right around Farmville, just south of Cache, and heading off to the east. Let me see what the Weather Service is saying about this cell, which they just issued the tornado for. So it's radar indicated, so there is no confirmation that there is a tornado on the ground, but this thunderstorm, and there's not a lot of lightning with this storm, so you're probably not going to hear it coming if you live in Ranger, although at this point it is already raining in Ranger and in Fairmount, because out ahead of the cell you do have some rain that is showing up. So let's get in tighter here and show you where this is heading. It's moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. So I'll track it off to the east. If it does continue, say for the next 40 minutes or so, that would put it close to Jasper by about 6:15 or so this evening, into Ludville by about 6 o'clock, and Ranger we're looking at about 7 minutes from now. So this tornado warning just issued for its eastern Gordon County and also the very western part of Pickens County included in this tornado warning. We go back to the velocity just to show you how that rotation is holding up. So when you see the red and the green very close together, that's an indication that we have some rotation, and it's something that I was watching as it was moving. It developed south of Curryville and then moved across Calhoun and is now still there in southeastern Gordon County. So tornado warning, get in your safe spot. If you live in Ranger, that's an interior room in your home. If you don't have a basement, the bathroom is the safest place to be. Not a bad idea to put on a bicycle helmet as well. Keep your phone with you just in case there are any emergency messages that could come along. But right now, I'm sure if you are in that area and you have your phone active, you are getting that tornado warning. If you live in the western part of Pickens County in Ludville, you are also included in this tornado warning, as well as Sweden, as well as McDaniel, as well as Jerusalem, Fairmount area, and farther to the east, not included in the tornado warning at this point, but in Blaine and Talking Rock, and then in Jasper, you are definitely going to want to watch this cell as it moves off to the east. The rotation right now is showing up just a little bit farther to the north, so it looks like it came right through Cache, and it is at this point getting close to Shirley Road, Possum Hollow Road, there's Route 411, Pittman Road, Pearl Johnson Road, Bear Mountain Road, this is all in the eastern part of Gordon County. So in Ranger right now, definitely on high alert for this tornado warning. Get into your safe spot in your house. Get into an interior room on the first floor. It's probably going to be a bathroom if you don't have a basement. That'll be the safest place for you to be to ride out this storm as it moves through. Once again, this storm is not producing much, if any, lightning as it moves off to the east. But I mentioned it about half an hour ago. I did not like the looks of this storm. It was capable of producing 35-mile-per-hour winds at the time, and then this rotation held together enough that the National Weather Service in Atlanta has issued a tornado warning for this until 6 o'clock. So this is in effect for about 16 more minutes. Right now, some of the worst weather is getting closer to Ranger. It's just a couple of minutes away from Ranger. Bobo as well. You want to be in your safe spot. McDaniel, get in there. Also, Sweden, Ludville. This is not this is not a giant cell that's moving through. This is not an incredibly impressive couplet on the radar, but it is enough that there may be a tornado. And as we saw yesterday with the cells that moved through, and the National Weather Service right now is surveying in Cherokee County. We just showed you that damage about 10 minutes ago. All those trees down. All that damage in Cherokee County, and then everything that happened in Hall County, that all happened from an EF0 tornado. So a cell like this, with this kind of a couplet on the back end of it here, is capable of producing significant damage as it moves through. So be in your safe spot right now if you live in Ranger in the eastern part of Gordon County. Also, if you live in Bobo, and then heading up towards Sweden, McDaniel in the far western part of Pickens County. This is a small cell. It's not particularly big, but it does have a pretty tight rotation there moving off to the east. It's moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Tracking it out here across route. It's, let me just see, it's Route 4. I just want to make sure I get it right. 411, and then moving off to the east. So that puts it into Ranger within about 7 minutes, into Bobo within about 10 minutes. Ludville, you are about not even 15 minutes away from this cell getting into your area. You're probably already getting some rain in these areas. This would be rain wrapped. This would be a small tornado, but even a small tornado, even in the F0 tornado, as we saw yesterday, is capable of doing the damage of, it flipped over the docks out there on Lake Lanier in southern Hall County. We saw all those trees snapped from either straight line winds or from a tornado in Cherokee County, where the National Weather Service is surveying right now. So tracking this out, again, Ranger, you are just about 6 minutes away. You should already be in your safe spot. Ludville, you should get into yours as well. You are included in this tornado warning, which lasts until 6 o'clock. And the National Weather Service may extend this farther off to the east if this couplet hangs together. No lightning with this cell, so you're not going to have advanced warning. If you know anybody who lives in the western part of Pickens County, or say who lives in Talking Rock or in Jasper, just send them a text, give them a heads up that there is a cell off to their west, even if they live up in the southern part of Gilmer County, because the trajectory of this could take it up into Whitestone as well. McDaniel in the far northwestern part of Pickens County, also in the line of this cell as it moves to the east. So that couplet right now is getting a lot closer to Route 411. I'm going to stop this here real quickly and show you, take you down to street level mapping here so that we can see some of these roads. Pittman Road Northeast, just off of Route 411. Farther to the east, Bear Mountain Road. It's also in there, and then Pearl Johnson Road, all within the next few minutes, this couplet will be moving through. Right now, it is very close to Possum Hollow Road, and you see those bright colors showing up. So those colors are indicating wind direction and wind speed rather, but in different directions. That's why we use the green and the red, so there's such contrast in there. The red is one direction, the green is the other direction. There's your rotation right in there. This is eastern Gordon County, and eventually the cell will be heading into the western part of Pickens County. Okay, let's see. I'm just hearing that we have another warning to the south that we need to look at. Yes, we do. We have another warning. This just popped up as well. So multiple now tornado warnings. Looking at this. All right, so we are down near Covington right now, and this cell right along I-20, and this is out in. Okay, so we're in Newton County right here in Covington, which is where this cell is right now, just north of Covington, just to the south of Oxford, and you can see that as well. So Alcovy area. Let me just check on this particular cell, see what the speed is on it. This is a radar indicated tornado. Also, this is moving to the east. This one is moving at about 25 miles per hour, so it is moving a little bit slower. I'm going to track this for you just so that you can know the approximate time when this cell may reach your area. Right in there where there's the potential to be a tornado. Again, moving to the east. So Alcovy at about 5:57, which is just 7 minutes from now. Social Circle area at about 6:07, and then Herndonville by about 6:14 with this cell, which is off to the south. So multiple now tornado warnings. We had a level 1 risk of severe weather this afternoon, and we've just seen these 2 tornado warnings issued. I want to go back up to this couplet, this tornado warning that we have in the eastern part of Gordon County. There's the couplet right in there, just to the west now of 411. Our radar updates every couple of minutes as it sweeps, and the latest has this very close right now to Route 411. So this is the eastern part of Gordon County. This is the southern part of Ranger. I've already told you, you definitely get into your safe spot in Ranger, in Bobo, in McDaniel, and in Sweden, even into Leadville and Blaine. Blaine not in the tornado warning right now, but it's a good idea to head into your safe spot just in case. Let's go back down to the south and look at this one here, which is in Newton County, and it is heading off. It'll come into the southern part of Walton County and the western part, far western part of Morgan County. So this is right around I-20 where this couplet is. Of course, a lot of people traveling on New Year's Eve. Let's hope that this is just a radar indicated tornado and that there's not actually a tornado on the ground. Looking at the rotation right now in this couplet, we do see some different colors in there. It's not, the contrast is not as stark as it is with the cell that is a little bit farther to the north. I want to get into street level mapping here. Hazelbrand Road northeast is just about to get close to that area, and then eventually it looks like it'll be just south of Alcovy Road. You notice how Hazelbrand Road extends off to the northeast. Cochran Road, Jenkins Road, all in the path of this cell. Alcovy Trestle Road. So there are a lot of roads over here, a lot of neighborhoods over here. Meadows Road, Hamby Lane. We have Payne Crossing Road as well. These are all streets that are in the Alcovy area, which is in the eastern part of Newton County. With this cell, this tornado warning is in effect until 6:30 for this cell that's moving about 25 miles per hour off to the east. Track it for you again, just to tell you that it will be into Alcovy within 10 minutes. So you should be in your safe spot if you live in Alcovy, and right along the border there between Newton and Walton County into Social Circle. If you live in that area, anywhere between Alcovy and Social Circle, definitely get into your safe spot because of this cell that is capable of producing a tornado, and we have a tornado warning in effect right now. Farther to the north, as we go up back into the eastern part of Gordon County. So this will very quickly be moving into Pickens County. The rotation with this doesn't look as impressive as it did earlier. I don't think either of these cells, by the way, are producing any thunder and lightning. So without any lightning and the thunder that goes along with it, it can be hard to know that there's something potentially dangerous coming your way. So if you do know somebody who lives up in Pickens County, be it up in Jasper or just to the west of Jasper or Talking Rock, they're not included right now in this tornado warning, but they have this heavy cell heading in their direction. Rain stretching further to the north up into Gilmer County, but this tornado warning is in effect for about 7 more minutes. Right now, the worst weather is crossing 411 and getting close to that border between Gordon and Pickens County. So it'll be moving into McDaniel real soon, and then it'll eventually be moving into Blaine. Let's get to street level mapping here, and I'll pause this so it's a little easier to see. Dry Pound Road, Long Branch Road, Damascus Road. These are all roads around McDaniel, Big Ridge Road, Cason Mountain Road, Adams Road. Anyone living in this area, get into your safe spot, interior room on the first floor or your basement if you happen to have a basement. That is the safest place you can be during a tornado warning. We'll go with the wider view and then go back down because we are tracking simultaneous tornado warnings here. This cell, again, it does not look extremely impressive right now on the radar, but it does have rotation with it. There's no lightning with it. This is for the Alcovy area and Social Circle area. Okay, we're also, let's see. All right, so the report just a couple of minutes ago coming from someone at the Ace Hardware in Covington mentioning that there's a well-defined funnel that is halfway to the ground. So this is around Elm Street in Covington, and this was a few minutes ago. Just a few minutes ago. So no confirmed tornado on the ground, but a funnel cloud spotted in Covington with this cell that is moving through the eastern part of Newton County and getting very close to the western part of Fulton County. As far as this cell goes up in Gordon County, now crossing into Pickens County, I haven't seen any reports or heard any reports of a funnel cloud or a tornado on the ground, but the rotation considerable enough to warrant this tornado warning. So from Bobo to McDaniel to Ludville, and north to Sweden and even into Blaine, a good idea to get into the safest spot in your house, which for a lot of people without a basement will be an interior bathroom on the first floor. That's going to be the safest that you can find. Shoot back down to the south. We also have this cell here, and these all have a lot of spin with them now. This cell here, which is just north of Villa Rica near Georgia. Keep an eye on this one as well. This is now moving into the southern part of Paulding County, just south of Dallas. So we'll watch this one too. This is west of Powder Springs, keeping an eye on that also. But the 2 tornado warnings that we have right now are one to the north, one to the southeast. This one is in eastern Newton County, just east of Covington, now getting into Alcovy and getting close to Social Circle. We stopped the radar for you so we can do some more street level mapping and let you know that Alcovy Trestle Road, Payne Crossing Road, Strouds Creek Road, or anyone living in any of these areas, you want to get into that interior room because of this rotation right here, because there was a funnel cloud spotted in Covington as this moved from west to east and has now crossed I-20. So